Imagine if you could unlock an ancient secret that most people have never even heard of, but one that could completely transform the way you live your everyday life. Curious? Stick around because what I'm about to reveal today could change everything. So, in this world where power and control seem to rule the roost, Musashi's ancient wisdom and the chill vibes of Taoism give us a pretty cool alternative. Now, you might think that the whole disciplined, sword-wielding way of Musashi and the laid-back, go-with-the-flow philosophy of Taoism are polar opposites. But hang with me for a sec. When you dig a little deeper, you'll find these two ways of thinking actually vibe together in some pretty unexpected ways. Let's take a little journey into this fascinating mix of Musashi's teachings and Taoism and see how they might just change the way we approach life. Musashi, born back in 1584, wasn't just your run-of-the-mill swordsman. This guy was a true legend, a philosopher and a wandering ronin who spent his life chasing mastery in the art of the sword. But here's the thing. Musashi wasn't just about winning battles. Nah, his whole approach was about navigating life's ups and downs with wisdom, grace, and a whole lot of skill. His famous work, The Book of Five Rings, isn't just for martial artists. It's packed with deep insights into strategy and the human mind that anyone, whether you're a warrior or just trying to get through the day, can apply to live a more disciplined, meaningful life. Now, let's talk Taoism, or Taoism, depending on how you want to say it. This ancient Chinese philosophy is all about Tao, which basically means the way or the path. Taoism is like a spiritual guidebook for living in harmony with the natural world and the cosmic flow of the universe. The big idea here is Wu Wei, which translates to non-action or effortless action. It's about aligning yourself with the Tao, just flowing with life, instead of trying to control every little thing. Taoism teaches that when we stop fighting against the current and start flowing with it, we find balance, harmony, and some serious inner peace. This philosophy has been shaping Chinese culture, art, and medicine for over 2,000 years, and it's still got a lot to say about how to find true contentment today. So, yeah, Musashi and Taoism might seem like they're from totally different worlds, but when you take a closer look, you'll see they're both all about finding harmony, whether it's in battle or in just letting life be. Cool, right? And to help you dive even deeper into this journey of transformation, I've handpicked 4 incredible books that can seriously boost your personal development. You'll find the links in the description below. These are must-reads if you're serious about leveling up your life. As we dive deeper into these ancient teachings, it becomes clear that Musashi's disciplined way of the sword and Taoism's smooth, harmonious approach aren't really as different as they might seem at first glance. Instead, they actually complement each other, giving us a richer, more nuanced way to tackle life's ups and downs with both strength and grace. Musashi's emphasis on strategic thinking, mental clarity, and adaptability in tough situations mirrors the Taoist idea of going with the natural flow and acting without force. Together, these philosophies challenge us to find that sweet spot where we balance action with non-action, control with letting go, and discipline with effortless flow in our own lives. Musashi's swordsmanship is all about flow, something that's central to both his teachings and Taoist philosophy. He was big on achieving a mental state called mushin, or no mind, where your head is clear of distractions like anger, fear, or ego, especially when the stakes are high. This kind of mental clarity lets a swordsman respond to an opponent's moves in a way that's totally instinctive and fluid, showing a natural, unforced flow in everything they do. Musashi's strategy is all about being flexible, both in movement and tactics. He wasn't about sticking to rigid techniques or fixed plans. He believed in adapting to whatever comes your way, kind of like how water just flows into the shape of whatever container it's in. This mindset really vibes with Taoist philosophy, which also stresses the importance of going with the flow, harmonizing with the natural order of things, and being ready to adapt to life's twists and turns. In Taoism, the idea of flow is key to finding harmony with the universe. Taoism nudges us to sync up with the Tao, the ultimate natural order of everything, and to move through life with a certain ease and grace. The principle of Wu Wei, or non-action, is a huge part of this. But don't get it twisted. Wu Wei doesn't mean just sitting around doing nothing. It's about taking action that's perfectly in tune with the natural flow of things. It's about letting go of resistance, living fully in the moment, and reacting to whatever life throws your way with spontaneity and intuition. When we move with the current instead of fighting against it, Taoism teaches us that life gets a lot less stressful, with less friction, and we start to find that inner peace and balance we've been looking for, not just within ourselves, but in how we interact with the world around us. By embracing Wu Wei and the concept of flow, we're shown a path to a more peaceful and harmonious life. The parallels between Musashi's teachings and the Taoist principle of Wu Wei are hard to miss. Musashi's focus on Mushin, that state of no mind, really clicks with the Taoist idea of Wu Wei, effortless action or action without striving. Both of these concepts zero in on the same idea, moving in sync with the natural flow of things, without forcing or resisting what's meant to be. It's about being in this relaxed, yet alert state where you're ready to roll with whatever comes your way, using spontaneity and intuition instead of rigid plans or forced actions. This connection between Musashi's martial philosophy and Taoist wisdom shows us that even though they come from different places, they both lead to the same goal, living in harmony with the universe's natural flow. Musashi's take on flow isn't just about sword fights. It's a philosophy that applies to the everyday grind too. In the heat of battle, a warrior's gotta stay flexible, making split-second decisions that could be the difference between life and death. Musashi was all about being present, agile, and intuitive in those high-stakes moments. And honestly, life throws us into our own battles every day, whether it's dealing with a work crisis, managing relationships, or just handling the stress that comes with being human. Being able to flow with the punches instead of pushing back against them is key to keeping our balance and inner peace. When we bring the Taoist principles of Wu Wei and Musashi's idea of flow into our daily lives, we start to handle life's challenges with a lot more ease. It's like finding a groove that makes everything feel less like a struggle and more like a dance. So how do you bring this philosophy of flow into your everyday life? First off, mindfulness is a biggie. Musashi knew the power of being fully present, and we can tap into that by making time for mindfulness practices, things like meditation or even just deep breathing. These practices help us stay open and ready for whatever life throws at us, letting us flow with the moment instead of getting stuck in it. Adaptability is another big lesson here. Both Musashi and Taoism stress the importance of being able to roll with the punches rather than resist them. When we stay flexible and open to different solutions, we start to solve problems more effectively and with a lot less stress. Then there's the idea of effortless action, which is right at the heart of Wu Wei. This means doing things that feel natural, that resonate with who we really are. When we're in sync with our true nature, life just tends to go smoother, with less friction. And finally, letting go of that urge to control every little thing is crucial. Trusting in the natural flow of events and focusing more on how we respond, rather than trying to manipulate every situation, leads to a life that's not only more peaceful, but also way more fulfilling. Adopting a mindset of flow can be a total game changer when it comes to handling life's curveballs and finding that sweet spot of harmony in your day-to-day existence. When things get tough, instead of spiraling into frustration or panic mode, it's key to take a step back, breathe, and approach the situation with a calm, centered mind. Give yourself a moment to really size up what's going on. This helps you respond thoughtfully rather than just react on impulse. When you stay in that state of relaxed alertness, you'll find that you can tackle challenges with way more ease and come out on top more often than not. Plus, when you let go of those rigid expectations and keep yourself open to different solutions, you might just find that obstacles can be overcome in ways you never saw coming, sometimes even better than you imagined. Embracing the philosophy of flow doesn't just help you get through tough times, it turns those challenges into stepping stones for growth and personal development, leading to a life that's more balanced, harmonious, and genuinely fulfilling. As we dig into the deep connections between Musashi's way of the sword and Taoism's philosophy of flow, we're uncovering some serious wisdom that goes way beyond old-school battlefields and ancient teachings. The insights from Musashi, a legendary swordsman, echo the Taoist principles of Wu Wei and flow, showing us that no matter the differences in culture or era, the core truths about living in tune with the universe hold strong. The idea of flow, as both Musashi and Taoism lay it out, isn't just some fleeting mindset. It's a full-on approach to living. Musashi captured the essence of flow in every sword strike, where each movement was a lesson in balancing force with surrender. Meanwhile, Taoism teaches us about the subtle strength of Wu Wei, effortless action, where following the natural course of events usually leads to the best outcomes. Sure, our modern lives might not have us swinging samurai swords or practicing ancient rituals, but we've still got plenty of chances to put these timeless principles to work. Whether we're facing life's challenges or just handling the daily grind, adopting a mindset of flow gives us the resilience and smarts we need to navigate life's twists and turns. It's about letting go of the illusion of control, being fully present in each moment, and smoothly adapting to whatever comes our way. Life's journey is a lot like a river, full of bends, highs, and lows, but always flowing towards its ultimate destination. By embracing a philosophy of flow, inspired by both Musashi and Taoism, we can become like that river, constantly evolving, always moving forward, and living in natural harmony. This mindset doesn't just help us survive life's challenges, it helps us thrive in the middle of them, finding balance, fulfillment, and ultimately living a life that's truly well lived.